Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Haha, love having this sound bowl back. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back. You guys, there's like a bunch of you now. I say there's a bunch of you, but I don't know, there's over 100 subscribers, so I owe you guys a post. I'm pretty excited. I'm probably one of the rawest and realest tarot readers on YouTube, so I didn't expect any subscribers. That's okay, because I'm gonna get up here and read anyway because I work for the Most High, and that's all that matters. It's later in the day than I wanted it to be. I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot going on. That's one of the reasons I didn't push to get here. I know I was gonna do a reading. I didn't push to get here because I feel like there's a lot of debris in the energy, a lot of debris in the atmosphere. I took a spiritual bath this morning. It's Friday, it's Goddess Day, so that's I'm always gonna do that. Got outside. I get up with the sun. When the sun is getting up, I'm getting up. But I'm just telling y'all, there's a lot of extra. There's a lot of extra in the atmosphere. So please manage yourself accordingly. Like if you don't have to engage, do not engage. Type stuff out here. I'm trying to think about what can I say, because I'm not always at liberty to say all the things, and I even in my everyday conversation with people, I'd be catching myself like, oh, I'm not supposed to tell you that. You're not supposed to know that yet. Okay. Um, I would tell you 20 years ago, I was predicting this time period between 2020 and 2035. 20 years ago, I was letting people know, hey, the years between 2020 and 2035 are going to be fucked up. It's 2026. I've watched this timeline fluctuate a lot. As a seer, as an oracle, as a fucking time traveling mage, like a oof. But right now we're on track for a 2035 reboot. That's what I'm gonna call it. One of the ways I put it, as someone who's been around, is this planet will finally be worth living on again in 2035. So you take that how it resonates. But I'm sharing this with you. I don't know why they want me to share this with you, but I'm sharing this with you. Like, I think it's important to know where you are. Because if you're out here, and I oftentimes, especially when people come to me these days, I was telling someone this the other day. We're at this point in time in history of people coming to me and they're just straight up like, oh my gosh, I'm under attack. Oh my gosh, this or that. How do I do this? How do I do that? It's heartbreaking for me. It's heartbreaking for me because it's like asking, how do I win the championship race 60 minutes into the race? You know, and to be fair, it's been that way on purpose. The fact that the vast majority of us are waking up right now instead of 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Can you understand what I'm saying? Can you understand that humanity is waking up as the ship is going down? Okay. So that very few people were awake before the ship went down is what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Because at some point, as a collective, we got to deal with this. Like, we got to deal with it. There's this collective group of us, and we are awakening, coming online at this point in the game. Was it designed this way? Absolutely not. No, no. It's just that there's always a contingency plans. There's always another way. That's how the Most High works. There's several different ways. That's the design of life itself, right? There's not one. This is the only way life will exist. It doesn't. Not just now, right? Um, And that being said, it, when we veer off from a divine blueprint, there's an impact and a cost to that. You know, so all that to say, we've been on and off track, oh crazy, like the past 3 years, time wise. For those of you who are time travelers like myself, timeline jumpers, quantum leapers, y'all know what it is. But now we're back. We're finally back on track. Okay. And I can hear some of you in the background like, well, that's because there's outside influence. That's why the collective didn't wake up until this time. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, but that's a part of what we get to deal with as a collective of what as well. Not just that there's outside influence that literally decided to hold everybody back as a class, if we're going to be polite about it, okay? um but that we are now waking up and ascending and graduating anyway, and we're still not having really real conversations about that we were collectively held back as a class. Once you graduate, once you ascend, how does Paul put it? When I was a child, I spake as a child. Now that I'm an adult, put away childish things. Now that we are awakening, it's time for us to put away childish thoughts, childish ways of being, childish things, and actually deal with things like adults. Like, hey, look, we're waking up at a time when everything is on fire. Had we woken up sooner than this, different resources might have been available. We will never know. Here's what we do know. Here's what we can account for. We were collectively held back as a class. So we've got to deal with the regime, the system, the classroom, the teacher, the administration. You fill in the blank. Okay, tribe, you fill in the blank. You do it. I'm not gonna think for you. You do that part, but integrity. Integrity. Okay. Because what we've been trying to do is, every day more and more of us wake up, and then we're like, okay, now we're awake. All right, now let's change the world. Yeah, we've got to actually start where we're standing. When we wake up, we got to start with, okay, now I'm awake. And I was forced to stay asleep. I've got to deal with that before I can strike out. If not, then the same force that forced you and your whole class to be fucking asleep for so long, it's just gonna circle back around and catch you on the back end. Can y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about out here? Anyway, let's get some runes out here. I'm trying to tell you. Issa. Mungwas. Yira. Yeah, uh-huh. Issa. See, that's what I'm saying. Hagalaz. See, and what is under my nail? Who knows? Oh my gosh. My God, you guys. I swear, if that's cupcake icing, I would be embarrassed, but I'm not gonna be, because cupcakes are amazing. Anyway. Yeah, I was not, when I prepare for readings with you guys, I treat it like it's any other sacred duty that I have, and that I empty myself before I press record. I don't get on here with my stuff. Okay. But I'm also, in a human body, so I'm having my bath this morning, and I'm thinking, oh, what the reading, what's gonna be the reading? What am I gonna read today? I don't know what's gonna come out in the cards, and no type of preview, no channeled songs, nothing. Okay. And you guys I get a lot of channeled songs. Nothing. I thought, okay, well then I'll just empty out. I'll just do what there is for me to do. And so I did. I, did the bath, took my time, and just really, like I said, took my time getting here. No force, no hurry. And in showing up in this space, what comes out, what wants to be spoken about, what's in these runes is what's possible once we awake. What does it look like to deal with that we were collectively kept asleep for so long? Right now, collectively, our focus is on the impact externally of having been kept asleep for so long. At some point, we must deal with the internal impact of collectively have been held asleep for so long. This is one of the only ways we'll be able to appropriately sort out what there is for us to do and handle as a collective. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can, any of us can only really resolve those things that we have responsibility for or authority over. That includes us as a collective. So until we can own what has happened and truly distinguish what part is ours to own, we'll be destined to repeat being kept asleep by some outside force. Who the hell knows, are we talking about all this, though? Let's get into some cards anyway, okay? Thank you, Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, the legions who walk with me every day. Thank you for telling me what I need to know, showing me what I need to see, so I can support the tribe as we live, learn, thrive, and be. As I have spoken, so it shall be. Let's get our crystal energy out here, and then we'll jump into, I don't know if I'm going to do oracle or not. We'll see what happens here. Everything is here and set up, unlike the other day. Okay. Botswana agate, breathe. I love that stone. Master Crystal Deva Ramatel. Yep, we'll get the affirmation for you. The Magician is the theme. Botswana agate with the message of breathe is the crystal. We'll get the affirmation, and then, yeah, we'll go straight into tarot after that. Okay. We may have oracle at the end. Okay. You're gonna love this affirmation. I choose to breathe the breath that I came to be. I create my life. It is what I am. I choose to breathe the breath that I came to be. I create my life. It is what I am. I choose to breathe the breath that I came to be. I create my life. It is what I am. That's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. You know, one of the first things that comes up for me as I sit with that affirmation is along the lines of what I was saying before. And there's so many different situations and ways in which our free will can be taken from us on this planet. You know, unfortunately, a lot of times what we have called parenting in the past has been a bigger human taking away the free will of a smaller human, and we just have been calling that parenting, and it's created a lot of challenges in that as children grow, because their free will is subjugated so early, once they are released of their own, you know, on their own, they are unable, you know. And we complain as a society, oh, kids are not fill in the blank, it's the school's fault, it's the you know, we all have, depending on our culture, a story, a narrative as to why kids are the way kids are, you know. But something that I think is seen once you are awake is kids are raised through the subjugation of their free will. They're not taught to use their free will. They're not taught to be responsible with their free will. Think about your own evolution into adulthood. Were you taught emotional maturity? Were you taught how to express your free will responsibly? Probably not. Probably not, right? When somebody commits certain acts of violence against us, they are taking away our free will. We can think easily of someone being kidnapped, their free will being taken away. We can think of, you know, different scenarios in which one human might take away the free will of another human. But I want you to consider there's so many different ways that a person can impact, influence, and ultimately either negate or so negatively diminish the free will of another person, it's like it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't exist. By the way, this is a spiritual crime to do this. It is a spiritual crime. Okay. And I know we talked about this being the way kids are raised, but if you look at the average relationship that a person has with their parents, it's quite unhealthy and toxic. In other words, kids who are raised with parents who choose subjugation and the taking away of the child's free will as their parenting style and technique tend to raise children who not only have trouble self-regulating as adults, but then they have strained and unhealthy relationships between themselves and their adult children because of this. Okay, you guys are with this, right? You guys are with the program. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get some cards out here. Tower's at the bottom of the deck as we start. I don't know. Let's go. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just showed up today. What's this? A Ten of Swords. By itself. It's like a grand finale. The Tower's still at the bottom of the deck. I don't know though. A Tower and a Ten of Swords like this, but it's like ta-da. No, something's just unexpected and it's shitty. What is this? What is this? The Hangman with the Magician thing in three. I see. Some. This is somebody. What is going on? Child, somebody paid for something. But it's not. It's like somebody paid for something, but the way this is bad. It's like it's kind of reminding me of a cartoon. Somebody paid for something to hurt someone in our tribe. We'll just call it tribe, to hurt you, right? And I mean, point blank, period. What they wanted to happen to you is happening to them. But there is something happening to you. It's just not what they wanted. That's too many cards. Six of Cups. I'm hearing payback is a bitch. There's something about this. I'm hearing something about trusting in higher power, trusting in higher law, higher principle. So it's like maybe this person thought a Knight of Coins. Maybe this person thought they were going to snake you. You picked up on it, but you kind of just naturally trusted that the universe was going to balance things out. That's wild. Like you knew somebody thought they were doing something to you. You've been waiting for a time. This has been some time. You're a Issa twice. This is taking time. That's the connection. So just like collectively we've been held back and kept asleep on purpose. I keep hearing until the last minute. Somebody was ordering delays on you on purpose. That's how I can match the words with the energy. Ordering delays on you. But it wasn't going to work because they had a problem. Somebody was jealous. They had a problem with how you were receiving. But you were receiving that way because of some type of contract you have with the divine. And that wasn't none of their business. But they did a whole backstab and betrayal over that. And like, it it's taken time. Why, Holy Spirit, why are we looking at this? Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Four of Wands for me always speaks about being established. You know how every reader has their own term, but Four of Wands for me is something that is established and worth celebrating. The Queen of Coins. Yeah, I just keep being brought back to this Hangman. Like, really standing on your faith, really leaning in, really trusting that everything's going to turn out all right in the end, even though when you look in front of you, things don't look that way. King of Swords. It's like the Chinese finger trap. The only way out is in. The only way out is through. So you just turned yourself over to, I mean, I don't know, the shittiness of the situation. And not even like a martyr, but definitely more like an epic hero type feel to the Hangman here. Like you put yourself in that position. Like you knew your faith was very strong there. This is some type of karmic justice. This is because they're saying reckoning, but again, because what got delayed, what got interrupted was something that was already promised to you. What's up over here in this corner? Two of Coins. What's up with this King of Swords and this Queen of Coins over here? Magician is something. A King of Wands and the Lovers. What the hell? Make sure I got everything covered. Blah, blah. Oh, see, there's some type of backfire. This King of Swords is over here very upset. I don't know how people out here going from this King of Swords, because really, I don't care what this King of Swords, really, I don't. 10 of Coins, 8 of Coins. I mean, this King of Swords, if you go back, I mean, I don't know, go back 10 weeks, however many weeks you want to. This King of Swords, it's like these readings are telling bits and pieces of a large story, of an old story, okay? This King of Swords has been planning and plotting and scheming and just stop at nothing to get back at this Empress energy. But sore, heartbroken, stop at nothing, okay? So now it's coming out there. Here's this Queen of Swords, and he's in this reading, being with this Empress, like he's present to her as a Queen of Coins energy, as someone who's mature, as someone who's grounded, as someone who's got their shit together, as someone who's consistent, as someone who's loyal, as someone who's faithful. That's how he's looking at this Empress. And in particular, he's upset because this Empress is being this way towards this King of Wands over here. Not towards the King of Swords. Towards the King of Wands. Yeah, that's what's happening. We got an 8 of coins, 10 of coins right here. Whatever this Queen of Coins and this King of Wands, but that's the backfire and the karma of that. This King of Swords is backed into a corner. He has no choice but to watch this Empress enjoy herself, however she chooses or pleases, is what I'm hearing. Give me this over here. What's happening over here? Page of coins. See, yeah, give me this. What are we going? What's happening? The Chariot. Yeah. Give me this one right here, please. Star. It is now. There's so many words they're throwing at me. I'm just like, from now on, this Empress gets what they want, and that's just period. And no one can, Chariot and the Star, no one can stop that. No one can appeal that. No one can deny that. Like, there's no, the level at which we, because something was overly delayed, I don't know how else to put it, like everybody go through something, but this is like, there's Issa's out here twice. This is like being handicapped too many times. This is like having too many obstacles in the way. This is, but you still overcome. I'm telling you, it's like somebody, it's like your path up until this point has been so fucking shitty that the universe has decreed to all, every step forward must be great. That's, it's, they're saying that's how the universe is dealing with the unfair advantage that this King of Swords gave himself doing whatever he was doing. So now we think about collectively, as I was saying earlier, as we awaken, how do we deal with that we were unjustly and unfairly held back? We're creating our life. That's what Bastwana Agate tells us. We're here to breathe the breath that we were created to be. And we see in this reading, I can see in this reading how the universe is like, this is how I'm responding to that behavior. It's like, it is nothing but great stuff going on over here. Give me something on it. What? Give me, tell me about this Chariot over here. I want to know what's going on. Like, where is it going? Because this is like, this is so much good happening so quickly. It's unbelievable. It's so much good happening so quickly. Nine of Cups. Cause y'all got it's see we got the 8 of coins, 10 of coins, chariot, the star, and all that. It's so much good happening so quickly. But it's because it was so bad for so long. I'm just telling you what the cards say. It was so bad for so long, and again, you didn't break, you didn't fold, you didn't turn, you didn't flip, dip, or trip, you didn't even motherfucking slip. Okay? You did it like a G. I mean, it's I'm telling you, I'm looking at these cards. It's like the energy on this Ten of Swords is like somebody doing a spiritual bid or something, and you did it like a G. So now the universe is about to like, guys, no. 6 of Wands. Mm. Mm. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like 6 of Wands, every public recognition, public it widespread acknowledgement. Okay, it's not, and it's not just the universe says, oh, uh, this empress can have whatever she wants. It's wherever the empress go, people are gonna be like, oh, you can have whatever you want. It's like I'm telling you, it's like the universe. You know how police will do an APB, an all points bulletin or something, and they like, we got to catch this suspect, whatever. Y'all, I watch too much. It's like the universe is already downloaded into everybody's code. When you see this frequency, when you feel this frequency, when you see this face, and you're around this person, they get whatever they want. I'm telling you, it's like having a spiritual Diners Club card out here in these streets. It's so silly, but it's true. 5 of Cups. Tell me about this 5 of Cups. Three of Coins. So excluded from a group? Six of Coins. Excluded from some type of group exchange? Yeah, that's interesting. Is this a family? Some type of family discussion. About money, about an inheritance. Damn, that's what it looked like. Okay. Shit. So was that why something was done for so... It's like... But... there's something hinky going on right here. I'm telling you, this middle pile, something going on right here. It's like Gosh, I mean, that just what I'm picking up on is being left out of a family discussion, talking about some type of inheritance, some type of money. It's like it's a lot. Okay, what I will say is there's basically a conspiracy to, at the end of the day, there's a conspiracy to commit fraud around some type of inheritance here. Okay, that is what this King of Swords was trying to prevent from coming out. You gotta take what resonates. This is interesting. There's a setup here that didn't go right. I'm hearing a, a setup was tried more than once in different ways. This is just one setup that was tried that didn't go right. But this King of Swords tried three, four, four different times, four different types of scenarios. Wouldn't quit, wouldn't stop. Oh my God, you guys, this reading is going so long. What is this? What? The Hierophant. Damn. Shit. Okay. So, this is somebody called judgment, and the divine said add some justice to it too. But somebody's actually going to have to go to physical jail. There's some type of evidence on something. I'm trying to tell you. This is what's going on here. This too is too. I'm telling you, it's like when I tell you something, it's like you just take what resonates and you, okay. If it don't fit, don't force it. It, something here is like whatever inheritance money that old boy was trying to hide, not only comes through Issa number one, because there's two Issas, two delays, two stagnations out here. Not only does that money come through, but because old boy was plotting on your life, dang, four different conspiracies on how to get you out of here before this money hit. Whatever type of investigation, whatever the hell this has been, all those plots failed. So now not only are you about to get the money, but this person who been plotting on you, he going to jail. Like, that's like there's so much good happening in such a short amount of time. This is wild. Higher Father, give me something else. I gotta go. What is this? What is this? The gate. What did I tell you? That's judgment in this day. I already told y'all this. Somebody called judgment, and the divine said some justice too, cause we in the mood for it. The magician is the thing. When see, you can't run. Look at the sun. You cannot run from the sun. You can't run from karma. I don't know. This is wild. Something done explode. Not the hermit after the. This is crazy town out here. Mm-mm. Wow. This, cause people know better. People know better. Somebody's rotten to their soul, though. Page of Cups. Somebody is rotten to the core. I'm telling, like, it doesn't matter. That's why this judgment is the way coming down the way it's coming down, because this person, whoever's energy signature this is that I'm picking, it's like, no, this ain't it right here. The Empress. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy has been hunting and trying to haunt the Empress, but now he is being hunted and haunted. I'm telling you, this backfire is too neat to beat. It's why every single thing, because he went so hard, you see what I'm saying? The universe is taking note. So every single thing he thought and spoke and snickered and kikied about for this Empress, that's what he's experiencing right now. When I tell you this part, he's not sleeping well. It's almost like he doesn't even like to lay down. Something's going on. He doesn't even like to lay down. This man is possessed. This King of Swords is possessed. Because there's two minds that I'm picking up on. One mind is madly in love with this Empress. The other mind wants to destroy the Empress. There's some type of possession going on with this King of Swords. He not well. What's this? Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Not well. Let's finish it. Let's go. Child, Two of Wands. What about it? Four Coins. I'll kick you in. The Moon. That's not an answer. When I say who and you say the Moon, that's not the answer. Try again, kiddo. Justice. I done told y'all. Clarify this Two of Wands, Four Coins, Moon real quick. And then we're gonna go. Two of Wands, Four Coins, and the Moon. I said clarify. Two of Wands, Four Coins, and the Moon. Give me, be real clear now. Who's that? Two of Wands, Four Coins, and the Moon. Who's this? The High Priestess. Okay. I got it. That's fine. That's private. That's fine. Well, who? Let me look over there because I got that. Who's this over here? Oh, something's gonna stay private. That's. Let me watch my mouth. Something stays private so it can stay fresh. Please take what resonates. That's not for everybody, but if that one's for you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Something stays private so it stays fresh. Okay. And then if you don't know what I'm talking about, think like eggs. You got to keep them in the fridge. Think about things that you close to guarantee freshness. When you keep it, in a cool, dark place. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Excuse me. Yeah, this is wild. I just had to look at those cards again and make sure, like, I'm just like, no, that's what that is. This Empress is, and I've talked about this before, but it's here so clearly. This Empress is one of God's favorites. So this King of Swords, I mean, I don't. They're not prepared for any of this, and they're literally backed up into a corner right now. What matters for you, though, tribe, is that it's so much good happening so fast. It's just, if you're not already, count your blessings, be excited, look ahead, look forward, know that justice and judgment is here. Know that it's been handled by the divine and divine timing. Yes, that took a long time. That took a long time. That took a long time. But breathe. Now you're free to be the breath that you came to be. And then collectively, if this wasn't your message and you're still in the tribe, in the collective, what say you? What say you about the conversation we had here today? We awoke, we're still awakening, everybody in their own time, right? And look at what we're waking up to. And perhaps one of the challenges we have to actually getting some traction and making a difference in what we're waking up to is starting by acknowledging that we were collectively held asleep. Okay? Anyway, that's enough of me. What was that? Six of Wands. I thought we had Six of Wands. Yeah. This has been your reading. Hope it brought you clarity and confirmation. If you haven't already, hit the like button and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop a read, it shows up in your feed. If this message resonated with you, drop me a black heart emoji in the comment section below so I'll know. Okay. The reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, take what resonates, leave the rest behind for the next person. Please use your discernment. Okay. In between now and the next time I do drop a reading for you, trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Peace.